Here's how to get to the Dolomites. If you've ever thought of visiting the Dolomites, which is a mountain range part of the Italian Alps, probably the first thing you realize is that they are huge and it can be confusing where to go and how to get there. But as it turned out, it's actually quite easy to get there from a few different places, and you don't necessarily need a car. So here are a few options to get to the Dolomites. First, the closest international airports to the Dolomites are Venice, Milan, and Munich. And the three main regions of the Dolomites are Belluno, South Tyrol, and Trentino. For the most part, Belluno is closest to Venice, South Tyrol is closest to Munich, Trentino is closest to Milan, and it can take about 3 hours to drive from one end of the Dolomites to the other. From the Venice airport, the drive to the famous Dolomite town of Cortina d'Ampezzo is a little over 2 hours, and so is the bus. The bus is called the Cortina Express, and it runs 8 times per day and costs around 16 euros each way, giving travelers super easy access to the Dolomites. Once you're there, you don't necessarily need a car, depending on what you want to do. While you won't have as much flexibility as having a car, using the Dolomite bus system is perfect for those doing a multi-day trek or those who just want to stay in one town their whole trip. From Milan, the drive to Bolzano, a city in the west side of the Dolomites, is about 3.5 hours and about the same by train. The train can be booked through Trenitalia, runs over a dozen times per day, and costs around 55 euros each way. And lastly, from Munich, the train to Brixen, the oldest town in the Dolomites on the north side, is also about 3.5 hours by both car and train. The train can be booked through Deutsche Bahn, costs around 60 euros each way. So, as you can see, it's actually very easy to get to the Dolomites even without a car. Save this for your Dolomite trip planning and let me know if you have any questions. Have fun!